All right, tonight in the kitchen with jelly007.com, we're going to do a simple and a beginner's recipe from the Ninja Foodies recipe booklet. And it is crispy Brussels sprouts with Sriracha mayo. And it looks very simple, and we love Brussels sprouts here, so we're going to try them, see how they do. It looks like a great recipe. Here's 1 pound, what they call for, Brussels sprouts. I've rinsed off, and they want you to cut them in half. So we're going to cut all those in half. It gets 2 tablespoons of olive oil and some salt and pepper, and just your normal stuff. Like I said, it's real simple. And then you serve it with Sriracha mayo, and I don't make my own, so I bought it. And this is Lee Kum Kee, which I've tried before, and it's good. I've used it. It's been a while, but I've used it before on stuff. Now this one right here, I've never tried. I think that's pronounced Sriracha, and it looks really good. It even says on there, creamy, spicy, and umami, and that's just 3 things I like. So, going to get this started. I'm going to get all of these cut in half, and then we're going to go to the Foodie and get this simple recipe started. But I will be right back, and we're going to do that. Y'all hang on. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to show you what I do with a Brussels sprout and how I do them. And you can do it with them whole, and a lot of people do. But I think it works just as good in half. Because you got a flat surface, you can cut down on it, you can control what you're cutting a little bit better. But as you can see, they need trimming. The root end needs, or the stem end needs to be trimmed. And all you want to do is cut that small amount off. You got a flat surface, like I said, with them cut in half. And then take the dark green leafy part off. And that's kind of a tough part of one. And like I said, it works real well. It's quick, it's simple, and I'm not going to take up a bunch of time. You can do it how you'd like. But that works really, really well. I'm going to move on, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so I got the Brussels sprouts ready, and it asks to do 5 minutes of preheating on air crisp at 390. So we're going to go to 5 minutes. And then while this is preheating, I'm going to 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a teaspoon of kosher salt, and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And we're going to toss those around and be ready when that time's out. Be right back. Okay, so the preheating is over. I'll still let it go through its cool down to cool that element just a little bit. And I have the Brussels sprouts tossed in the olive oil, salt, and pepper. Now what we got to do is, of course, I've got the air crisping basket in there. So now we're going to hit air crisp again for 390 for 12 minutes. And at 6 minutes, we're going to toss them around a little bit. But we're off and going. And I'll come right back at that 6 minute time. Okay, we're coming up on it. All we're going to do is lift this lid and toss them around just a little bit. That's close enough for me. And I'll show you what they look like. And they're looking all right. About what to be expected for 6 minutes at 390 degrees. And if you can hear them, they're sizzling a little bit. So, get them flattened out just a little bit, knocked around. Go on for the next 6 minutes and see how they turn out. Be right back. Okay, we're coming up on the time, and what we're going to do, it says, or it asks to toss them with Sriracha mayo. So after that finishes its cool down, we're going to get a few of them out, because it also says add up to 3 minutes or so, or add 3 minutes for if they're not done. So let's see how they look, and then we'll make that decision. Wow, they look done to me. I don't think they need any more time. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. They just don't, I don't think they need any more time. They look really good. I think they're going to be good. So we might let them rest just a minute. You know, I think that might be best. I'm going to give them a few minutes to rest, and then we're going to move them, transfer them to here, half of them here and half of them here. We're going to toss one with the Lee Kum Kee, and the other one with Sriracha. So, be right back. Okay, so what I did was 3 minutes of carryover or rest. Let them cook just a little bit longer in there instead of adding the 3 minutes. Whoops, I dropped one. And then we're going to divide them up, put them in this bowl, and add the Sriracha mayo. And they smell fantastic. I will say that. I think they're going to be perfect. I'm going to try one or two without the mayo on them just to see. And I'm going to tell you, they're plenty hot right now, so I'm probably going to hold up on even eating one right now. We'll try it, but they're really, it seems like they're pretty hot. But listen to that. Well, they have a crunch to them. There's no doubt. Even the one I dropped. So, I'm going to let these set just a minute. I'm going to get something to put one or two in to try without anything on them. And I'll be right back. Let me get that going. Then we're going to add some Sriracha mayo. Okay, so the ones without, I did pull a few out. And like I said, I've already tried one. They're not crispy. I'm not going to say crispy. They're not, but they're cooked perfectly. They're great. And as good as anything I've ever cooked here. Now, to toss them, I'd say that much. And we're doing another test tonight on 2 products. And that would be this and this. And I have tasted them, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's the one that's a little hotter. A little more cayenne or sriracha or whatever. A little more pepper. And the idea behind their recipe is that right there. And I'm going to do them both right quick, and then I'll show them to you. And this one right here, I mean, I like them both. One of them's a little hotter than the other. This one's a little hotter by tasting it by itself. But I mean, it's not a bad idea. Their recipe, which is to mix them and serve them just like that. And I mean, you'd want them, if you mix them, you'd want to put them, put them on someone's plate, a little cleaner looking bowl than that. But again, not a bad idea. It looks good. I think you can see it. And that's the Lee Kum Kee. I say you can. But I mean, it would look good on a plate, and it's Brussels sprouts. And a lot of people like them. And obviously this one looks pretty much the same. If I had to decide between this or this, it would certainly come down to heat. Way hotter, or considerably hotter. Both of them fantastic though. And my dog won't shut up, so I'm going to end this. As far as the Sriracha mayo, whichever, if you like heat, this one. Both of them is very good. I kind of like this one, I think. I mean, if you're going to eat a good many of them, if you're just going to put a few on someone's plate, this would be fine. If you're going to put a bowl like that, I think this, that's just preference. Or just like that, nothing. Point is, the Foodi did a fantastic job on air crisping them. Other than, I'm not going to say crisp, air frying them. And they're cooked perfect. I mean, they really are. And a lot of people love them, and they're coming really into style now. When you was a kid, people didn't like them. You had to eat them. Well, now people want to eat them. But anyhow, In the Kitchen with Jelly, 007.com. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope I help in any way. I'm trying to give a few recipes out of that manual from the Ninja Foodi, which has got some really good looking ones. I got another one I'm going to do really soon. I bought the stuff. So, anyhow, In the Kitchen with Jelly, 007.com. Y'all come back to see me, and you have a good night. And thanks again for watching my video. Bye-bye.